Imagine reaching into your pocket at the end of a normal day, pulling out a handful of loose change, and discovering that one tiny coin could be worth $7.1 million. It sounds impossible. It sounds like the kind of story people hear and immediately dismiss. But throughout American coin collecting history, ordinary people have made extraordinary discoveries in the most unexpected places. Coins found in old jars, forgotten piggy banks, dresser drawers, and dusty boxes have transformed from everyday pocket change into treasures worth life-changing amounts of money. Now imagine that among all the coins circulating across the United States, there could be a 2015p dime that stands apart from the rest. A coin so unusual, so rare, and so mysterious that collectors would stop everything to examine it. A coin that most people would spend without a second thought. A coin that could be hiding in plain sight. The fascinating thing about valuable coins is that they rarely look valuable at first glance. They do not glow. They do not announce themselves. They blend into the background of everyday life. Millions of Americans handle coins every day without examining them closely. They pay for coffee, groceries, gas, and countless small purchases. Yet history has repeatedly proven that rare minting mistakes and unusual production errors can create coins that become legends among collectors. The story begins in 2015. A year when billions of coins were produced by the United States Mint. Among those coins were Roosevelt Dimes, the familiar 10-cent pieces that most people barely notice. These dimes feature President Franklin D. Roosevelt on the front and a torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse. To the average person, every 2015 dime appears nearly identical. But experienced collectors know that the smallest difference can mean everything. Some of the most valuable coins in American history became famous because of tiny details that most people overlooked. A missing design element. An unusual strike. A doubled image. A wrong metal composition. A rare die error. These mistakes can transform a coin worth only 10 cents into an object pursued by collectors across the country. Imagine a collector sitting at a kitchen table late at night. A lamp shines over rows of coins. Magnifying glass in hand, he examines each dime one by one. Hundreds pass through his fingers. Nothing unusual. Then suddenly he pauses. Something catches his eye. The lettering looks strange. The design appears different. The strike seems unusual. His heart begins to race. This is the moment every collector dreams about. Because in the world of coin collecting, a single discovery can change everything. Before we continue, take a moment to think about where your own change is stored. Do you have a jar in the kitchen? A box in the closet? A container filled with coins collected over many years? Millions of coins sit untouched in American homes. Most are ordinary, but some may not be. Now let's talk about how to identify a potentially valuable 2015p dime. First, look at the front of the coin. You should see the portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt. Near the date, search carefully for the mint mark. The letter P indicates the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Since 1980, Philadelphia dimes have carried this mint mark, making it an important part of identification. Next, examine the date itself. Make sure it clearly reads 2015. Use a magnifying glass if possible. Sharp details are important because collectors place significant value on coins that preserve their original design features. Then inspect the lettering around the coin. Look for doubling. Doubling occurs when letters or numbers appear duplicated or slightly shifted. This type of error can dramatically increase collector interest. Now flip the coin over and inspect the reverse design. The torch should appear centered between the olive and oak branches. Look carefully for missing details, unusual marks, or signs that the design was struck incorrectly. Attention to detail is critical. Many people unknowingly spend rare coins simply because they never took a closer look. Imagine finding a dime that appears slightly different from the others. Perhaps the strike is off-center. Maybe part of the design is missing. Perhaps there is strong doubling visible under magnification. To most people, it might seem insignificant. To a serious collector, it could be the beginning of an incredible story. Stories like these fuel the excitement of coin collecting. Every year, collectors search through rolls obtained from banks. They examine inherited collections. They sort through decades of accumulated change. They chase the possibility that somewhere, somehow, an extraordinary coin has escaped notice. And sometimes they are right. That possibility keeps the hobby alive. Think about the journey of a single dime. It leaves the mint and enters circulation. It passes through thousands of hands over the years. Cashiers handle it. Customers spend it. Children drop it into piggy banks. Collectors search through piles of similar coins. Yet despite all those opportunities for discovery, some rare pieces remain hidden. That mystery is what makes coin collecting so captivating. A coin can travel across the country unnoticed for years before finally being recognized. Now consider condition. Even if you discover a rare variety or error, condition matters tremendously. Coins are graded on their preservation. Those with minimal wear and strong original details often command the highest prices. Collectors use professional grading services to authenticate and evaluate important finds. A high-grade coin can be worth many times more than the same coin in heavily circulated condition. That's why careful handling is essential. If you think you have discovered an unusual 2015p dime, avoid cleaning it. Cleaning can reduce collector value significantly. Instead, store it safely and seek evaluation from a professional numismatist or reputable grading service. As the search continues, thousands of collectors remain hopeful. They know that remarkable discoveries still happen. They know that rare coins continue to emerge from unexpected places. And they understand that persistence often leads to success. Picture an ordinary evening. You empty your pockets onto a table. Among the quarters, nickels, and pennies sits a dime that looks completely normal. Most people would ignore it. Most people would spend it tomorrow. That question has inspired generations of treasure hunters. The beauty of coin collecting is that anyone can participate. You do not need expensive equipment. You do not need special connections. You simply need curiosity, patience, and a willingness to look closely at what others overlook. Many collectors began with nothing more than spare change and a dream. Over time, those dreams have occasionally become reality. The possibility of finding a coin worth millions continues to inspire searchers across the nation. Whether hidden in a forgotten collection, mixed into circulation, or resting in an old coin jar, remarkable discoveries remain possible. So the next time you receive change, slow down for a moment. Examine each dime carefully. Check the date. Verify the mint mark. Study the design. Look for unusual errors, doubling, off-center strikes, or other distinctive features. What appears ordinary today could reveal something extraordinary tomorrow. Because history has shown that some of the greatest numismatic discoveries began with a simple glance at an overlooked coin. Collectors understand this better than anyone. They know that treasure does not always come in the form of gold bars or buried chests. Sometimes it comes as a humble dime quietly waiting to be recognized. And somewhere out there, another discovery may still be waiting. Another rare coin may still be traveling through circulation. Another collector may be only one coin away from the find of a lifetime. Perhaps that collector is you. Perhaps the next handful of change you examine will contain something remarkable. Perhaps the coin everyone else ignored will become the coin everyone wants. And perhaps a tiny 2015p dime will remind us all that extraordinary value can hide in the most ordinary places. This exact penny could be sitting in your drawer right now, and it's worth over $1 million. Imagine reaching into a jar of old coins, pulling out a single dime, and discovering that it could be worth an astonishing $7.2 million. It sounds impossible. It sounds like the kind of story people tell at coin shows to amaze newcomers. Yet the truth is that rare coins have shocked the collecting world before, turning ordinary pocket change into life-changing treasures. And today, we are talking about one of the most fascinating possibilities in American coin collecting history, the 1978 Roosevelt Dime. Most people never look twice at a dime. It is one of the smallest coins in circulation, often tossed into drawers, cup holders, piggy banks, and forgotten jars. Millions of Americans handle dimes every day without giving them a second thought. But experienced collectors know something the average person does not. Sometimes the smallest coin can hide the biggest surprise. Picture the year 1978. America was experiencing a period of change. Cars filled the highways, disco music dominated the airwaves, and billions of coins rolled out of United States Mint facilities. Among them were Roosevelt dimes struck at the Denver Mint, identified by the small D mint mark. These coins entered circulation quietly. Nobody expected them to become the focus of treasure hunters decades later. For years, collectors searched through rolls and bank boxes looking for overlooked rarities. Most found common examples worth only face value. But every now and then, an unusual coin would appear. A strange strike. A rare error. an exceptional condition rarity. These discoveries fueled the dreams of collectors everywhere. Now imagine a collector sitting at a kitchen table late at night. A magnifying glass rests beside a pile of old coins. Hour after hour, the collector searches carefully. Then suddenly, something catches the eye. The details look different. The strike appears unusually sharp. The surfaces seem almost perfect. That moment of discovery is what drives the hobby. The story of valuable coins is not really about money. It is about possibility. It is about hope. Every coin represents a chance that history may have left behind something extraordinary. If you have a 1978 Roosevelt Dime, the first thing to check is the date. Look closely at the front of the coin. You should see the year 1978 beneath the portrait of President Franklin Roosevelt. Next, find the mint mark. On Roosevelt dimes from this era, the D mint mark appears near the date. This small letter indicates the coin was struck at the Denver Mint. At first glance, nearly every 1978 D dime looks the same. But serious collectors understand that tiny differences can create enormous value. Condition matters tremendously. A coin that spent decades circulating in pocket change will usually show wear. The highest values are reserved for coins that somehow escaped circulation and remained in pristine condition. Look carefully at Roosevelt's hair. Notice the fine lines and details. Examine the cheek and jaw area. Strong detail and minimal wear are important signs. Turn the coin over and inspect the torch, olive branch, and oak branch. Sharp, fully defined features often indicate a stronger strike. But condition alone is only part of the mystery. Imagine discovering that your dime contains a dramatic minting mistake. Suddenly, what seemed ordinary becomes unique. Collectors become interested. Experts begin examining the coin. Auction houses take notice. The excitement grows. This is where many incredible coin stories begin. A farmer cleaning out an old toolbox finds a forgotten coin collection. A retired teacher discovers a rare variety hidden inside a coin album. A family sorting through inherited belongings uncovers a treasure nobody realized existed. These stories happen because people take the time to look. And here is something important many beginners overlook. The rarest coins often do not announce themselves. They do not glow. They do not sparkle differently. They blend in with common coins until someone knowledgeable notices a tiny detail. That is why patience matters. Every year, collectors search through thousands of coins hoping to find one remarkable example. Most searches end with ordinary pieces. Yet the possibility of discovering something extraordinary keeps the hunt alive. Now let us go deeper. Professional grading services evaluate coins using strict standards. Even small differences in preservation can lead to dramatic differences in value. A coin graded at the very top of the scale may be worth many times more than a similar coin with slightly lower quality. This reality has surprised countless collectors. Two coins may appear identical to an untrained eye, yet one could command an incredible premium because of its superior condition. Imagine finding a 1978 D dime that has been preserved perfectly for decades. No significant wear. Exceptional luster. Outstanding strike quality. Such coins become highly sought after because so few survive in that state. The excitement surrounding elite condition coins has led to fierce competition among collectors. Some spend years trying to upgrade their collections with a single superior example. Others search endlessly through old rolls hoping to uncover a hidden gem. And that brings us to an important question. The answer is simple. History has proven that remarkable discoveries are still possible. Coins have emerged from forgotten collections, estate sales, flea markets, and family heirlooms. Treasures once considered lost have resurfaced unexpectedly. Each discovery reminds collectors that the next great find could be waiting anywhere. Perhaps it is mixed into a jar of spare change. Perhaps it is tucked away in an envelope that nobody has opened for decades. The thrill comes from not knowing. Take a moment and think about how many coins pass through your hands each year. Hundreds. Maybe thousands. Most receive little attention before being spent again. Yet among those coins could be something special. That possibility has inspired generations of collectors. When examining a 1978 D dime, use good lighting. Hold the coin at different angles. Look for unusual doubling in the lettering. Inspect the surfaces for striking abnormalities. Check for strong details and original mint luster. Compare your coin with verified examples whenever possible. If something appears unusual, Consider consulting an experienced coin dealer or professional grading service. Expert opinions can help determine whether a coin possesses significant rarity or value. Many collectors remember the exact moment they found their first exciting coin. It may not have been worth a fortune, but it sparked a lifelong passion. The discovery transformed ordinary pocket change into a gateway to history. Every coin tells a story. A 1978 D dime may have traveled across the country. It may have passed through thousands of hands. It may have purchased meals, movie tickets, or cups of coffee decades ago. Yet today, it remains a surviving piece of American history. That connection to the past is one reason coin collecting continues to captivate people of all ages. And then there is the dream. The dream that one overlooked coin could change everything. The dream that a small piece of metal worth 10 cents could become a prize collectible. The dream that somewhere, hidden in plain sight, a remarkable treasure is waiting to be discovered. Stories of rare coins worth $1 million continue to inspire collectors because they remind us that extraordinary finds sometimes emerge from the most ordinary places. A coin overlooked for decades can suddenly become the center of attention. What was once ignored can become celebrated. So the next time you receive change from a store, do not rush to spend it. Take a closer look. Examine the dates. Study the mint marks. Search for unusual details. You never know what might be hiding in your pocket. Collectors across America continue this hunt every day. Some search through coin rolls from banks. Others examine inherited collections. Many simply check their spare change. They all share the same hope that somewhere out there, a rare coin remains undiscovered. And perhaps that coin is already in your possession. Perhaps a 1978 D Roosevelt Dime has been sitting unnoticed among ordinary coins for years. Perhaps it has survived in remarkable condition, waiting for someone to recognize its importance. Perhaps the next great discovery is closer than you think. After all, history has shown that life-changing treasures can remain hidden in plain sight for decades before finally being recognized. This exact penny could be sitting in your drawer right now, and it's worth over $1 million.